This is a video I'm going to make. I'm just showing my sequencer. I got a sound lab and I got a weird sound generator back there. I got 3 instruments left. These are the last ones I got. I was going to keep them, but my space constraints and other things in life, I'm just not using these. So I figure if I ever wanted them again someday, I could make them again. But I'm going to go ahead and just sell these as long as I can get what I think they're worth. Like this sequencer here, this was a pretty big undertaking. I'll put some pictures up of the build a little bit, but there's a lot of wiring and stuff going on back there, and I wired it pretty nice and neat and clean. But anyways, what this is a 16-step sequencer. This uses Ray Wilson's, rest in peace Ray. This uses his circuit boards, and this is all, this is his design. Then I just made some tweaks and mods. But what we got here is 2 channels for voltage control, CV outputs, so you can control a oscillator with one channel and maybe a filter with another channel. And then underneath that, I actually did the variable step timing addition to this, which is really nice. What that allows you to do is for each step, it'll allow you to, if you can see that there light up, but what that is, that's binary. 1 step up to 16 steps. Well, 0 through 15, but 16 steps. So basically each step is broken down into 16 beats, and you can make each step between 1 and 16 beats long. So gives you some nice variety compared to just regular straight sequencer where each step is just 1 beat. And those actually do put out a gate. You can either get 1 gate output or you can get a multi-gate out. Right here you can set it multi-gate, normal gate. Normal gate, you get 1 gate signal every time it steps from 1, 2, 3, 4, so you get 1 step each time. Multi-gate, you can get, if you got this step set up for 16 steps, then it'll give you 16 gates on that, and then it'll go to the next one. But anyways, multi-gate, yeah, allows you to get a gate out of every step for each step, if that makes sense. And each channel here, channels 1, 2, A, B, whatever, they have separate gate outputs. Channel A's got its gate outputs, channel B has its gate outputs. And also what I did, I brought the gate outs to banana jacks, so you can control other modules. Maybe you might have another sequencer module, and you want to trigger that module to run every time you hit step 3, maybe on this one. So this will send out a trigger on that step, and let's see how many volts is that here. Right now, nothing. It's 0.7. If we increment to that step, you get 10 volts. So there's your gate. So you got a 10 volt output, and you can use that to control what other CV devices you have. If I can scoot this over here. So this is channel B, this is channel A up here, but they're both the same thing. But this is glide control for your control voltage. So it goes over here. These have glide. This control voltage, there's no glide on it. It's just regular hard voltage. Get it focused. You got gate outputs, trigger outputs. And I just gave you the option to be able to go out with a 1/4 inch or a banana jack. I put a switch on here, and I'll be honest, I don't think I remember what the hell that was. I haven't got this thing out and even looked at it for probably over a year now. I built it. Took me about a month to build it, a lot of work, and then after that we put our house up for sale, and it sold pretty quick, and so I had to hurry up and build a tiny home in my bus here. But anyways, that's why I'm selling it. No room in my bus for this stuff. Yeah, that switch, what the heck does that do? It's hooked up. Oh well, it's a mystery switch. You can figure that out. This thing, actually, that's what I'm saying. I'm selling this as is. I'll point out what doesn't work on it that I know of, but everything works on it. The only thing I believe that doesn't work is the modification for the reset. These banana jacks are inputs, and you can put a 10 volt gate or trigger on this, and what it'll do is I'll actually show you. Right now it's just sitting there, And if I touch this back with a positive voltage, I believe this is 12 volts coming out of here, it'll go back. So you can use another module with its 10 volt out, or I think 5 on up to 15 volts will work for this. 15 won't hurt it. 5, I don't honestly know if that's high enough to trigger it. I believe it is. I think most of our devices put out at least a 5 volt gate. And then you can hit the next one forward, and that'll increment it forward. The run stop one works. Now it's running. Now it stops. The reset one, though, that's the one that's not working. If I reset, it doesn't reset, it stays there. I push the button, it resets fine. So the buttons do work. You can see this run, stop, reset, step forward, step back. And when this is actually running, you got your internal clock control here, so you can speed it up and go really fast or slow it down. This is your internal clock. Q clock and normal clock. You can go to, I believe the Music from Outer Space site is still up. You can read about that. I don't really recall exactly what it is, but it has to do with sending out gates. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a year since I had this thing out. Clock in is if you actually use a external clock input. Right here is my clock in. I'm pretty sure that works. Don't quote me on that one. The clock divider, that divides the clock output for either every 2 steps, 4 steps, 8 steps. Now the gate, let me stop this. The gate output just puts out, when it's on that step, it puts out a constant 11.5 volts. The trigger you're not going to be able to see on this multimeter because it's just a really quick couple millisecond blip of that 11 volts, 10, 11 volts. Yeah, I'm not remembering what the red and the green lights are. I mean, obviously they're your clock timing. It shows you that, but let me turn a step up here. I'll turn a step up. Let me stop this, reset back to 1, and I'm going to set that step up for, what's that, binary, shit. I can't remember my binary here. It's been so long since I've looked at this stuff. Anyway, so that's for 2 beats. And if I hit my run here, alright, we go back and, okay, so the red one looks like it's the clock. Every step it blinks, and this one takes a pause. This one lights up every step, so it'll light up on 1, 2, but if it pauses for a minute, like you'll see at 1, it pauses briefly before it moves on. I can set it up longer to pause even longer there. It sits there a little longer. Oh, this too. Let me see. You got 16 steps you can go to. It moves to whatever. If I explain everything of this, I think I'm going to be here longer than I want to be explaining this. So, like I said, the Music from Outer Space site has a lot of what all these do, but I'm going to make another video now just showing it working with the sound module. It'll give you a better idea what all it does.